All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to this live stream here. We're going to be streaming live once again on Facebook as well and talking about the latest on these storms that have run through about 70% of the ArkLaTex as so far for this afternoon and into this evening here. There is one tornado warning still in effect for portions that are technically outside of our viewing area. And that tornado warning is actually in effect for San Augustine County here. Let's take a look at the latest associated with that area of rotation that's moving past San Augustine County. As you can see, there's a bunch of purplish colors there that you can see there. That's denoting high reflectivity associated with the radar here, and or heavy rainfall and large hail that is possible falling out of that storm right there. And as you can see, hail sizes have been tremendous here. We've seen hail sizes up to I want to take a quick look at what we have been seeing so far here, right at the core of that purple, up to 2 inches in diameter here. That is actually ping pong ball size hail falling over there in East Texas near San Augustine County, all the way trailing through Nacogdoches County as well. They just recently canceled the tornado warning for East Central Nacogdoches County. It remains in effect for San Augustine County at the moment here. And there's been a bunch of reports here in Bossier City and in Shreveport of hail sizes up to around quarter size. So that hail sizes have gone down just a little bit as it moved into the Shreveport Bossier area here. So that's definitely a good sign that it went down a little bit before it reached the Shreveport Bossier area. But unfortunately, some areas did see hail sizes up to nearly 3 inches in diameter, near tennis ball size hail. But as you can see, as it moved through the Shreveport Bossier area, or just north and west of the Shreveport Bossier area, we've seen pea-sized hail being reported over there in the northern portions of Shreveport and in Bossier City as well, in northwestern Bossier City near Red Chute. As it's making its way towards Minden here and into Sibley, it's continued to drop some lower hail sizes, mainly pea-sized hail has been falling in that direction. There's also been another damage report coming in from Nevada County, Arkansas, just 7 miles northwest of Cale in Nevada County, Arkansas. This is a report of multiple trees down across Highway 371 in Laneburg, time estimated by radar. Let's see what the time is associated with that. The time was at around 5:27, estimated by radar. So down trees over by Nevada County, Arkansas. As you can see, that one storm cell is moving outside of the ArkLaTex, technically, near El Dorado, producing some large hail as well. And here's a look at the storms. It's a pretty broken line of storms already now. That cell that moved through Shreveport Bossier is not producing those higher hail sizes, it hasn't been producing the potential that it brought just to the north and west of Shreveport, there near Oil City and Benton, as it has before. It's on now producing hail size up to around pea size, maybe half an inch in diameter here. We're also seeing another break in the line of storms here between southeastern Caddo Parish and far northeastern Bossier Parish here. And we're also seeing a couple more storm cells that are making their way down to the south and east, and also this area that is still producing a rotation at the very moment here, as you can see, or you may not be able to see, but I'm going to draw it out for you guys. I believe the rotation is sitting at about here, about right there, near Broadus here. So we're going to take a little bit of a track for those that are listening out by San Augustine County and Sabine County as well. Take a look at that. We're going to zoom this out a little bit farther. And we're going to take a track from right here, mainly down to the south and east. So Pineland, around 7:28, so around 25 minutes to get ready for this area of rotation that may hit your area if it remains true, if it stays upright, or if it stays the way it is. Hemphill around 7:37 if it continues along that line, mainly moving east. Fairdale around 7:55, 8:05 for Burkeville, and Anacoco, just outside of the ArkLaTex, is around more than likely going to see this area of rotation if it holds true at around 8:23. I'm going to check the chat to see if there's any questions or comments there. Somebody asked, what about Jasper, Texas? More than likely going to see that area of that storm Jasper, Texas is just outside of the ArkLaTex region here, the technical ArkLaTex region. I'm going to show you guys exactly where Jasper, Texas is. Or, yes, Jasper, Texas is right there just south of Browndale. More than likely going to see this storm that has a history of producing some large hail. As you can see, more than likely going to see that storm cell by Zavala north of Chester. It looks like it has a history of producing some large hail, but this storm cell has a history of producing some rotation over by Broadus here. And the National Weather Service is going ahead and canceling the tornado warning for central St. Augustine County. So they're seeing that the rotation has broadened out right near Broadus. No pun intended. It has broadened out as it moves down to the south and eastern, down to the south and east here. So not much of a threat for tornadoes as of right now, but there still remains a chance for a brief spin up or two to occur. And as you can see, that rotation pretty much flattened out or broadened out by Broadus, the town of Broadus in southern San Augustine County. Let's take a look at some hail tracks. As you can see, that's this storm cell looking to move into the town of Jasper within the next 30 minutes or so. More than likely going to see some large hail produced from the system here as well. Hail sizes higher than 1 inch has been reported already or detected by the MAX system. Our system here around $half size has already been falling, around 1.5 inches there. And if we go up the line here, we can see exactly with the which storm cells or how much hail the storm cells are producing here. As you can see, this storm cell that prompted that one warning, that tornado warning, that is, it produced hail sizes up to around 2 inches here. I believe that's the last thing that we covered here, around 2.2 inches, just a little bit larger than ping pong ball size hail. But the highest report that we have seen, I don't believe it's confirmed just yet, but the highest detection of hail that we have seen so far today was 3 inches. And that was the storm cell that moved past Oil City and into the town of Benton as well. That was this system over here. But I believe it only detects hail throughout the past hour to 2 hours, I believe. So that's why you can't see it there on the screen. What about Caddo? In the clear for the rest of today. Caddo Parish, once those storms finally move out of the rest of the area within Caddo Parish here, you guys are in the clear for the rest of today. So yes, pretty much everywhere in Caddo Parish, Bossier Parish, in the clear for the rest of today. For those southeast of this line, still have some ways to go. So this is Panola County. I believe that's Shelby County. Panola County, just north of there near Carthage, is in the clear. I believe that's Panola County. Yes, that's Panola County, including Carthage. Carthage is in the clear. Panola County is in the clear. Shelby County still has to deal with a couple of severe storms in the area. Nacogdoches County is in the clear. Scottsville in the clear. Longview, Marshall in the clear. Everything northwest of this line is in the clear from severe weather through the rest of today. Okay. So models, something that's been coming into the National Weather Service here. They've been experimenting with a new model here, and they've been saying that this new model is picking up on an increase in severity potentially for the storm cell just north of Bienville. So just north of Bienville. So we're talking about this system here that has a history of producing some large hail and hail sizes up to tennis ball size here. And I believe that's 3 inches in diameter. So they're saying that this storm system, according to that model, shows signs of strengthening as it moves farther southeastward towards Bienville Parish and towards Wynn Parish and Jackson Parish near Jonesboro as well. So let's take a little bit of a track here. I'm going to take a little bit of a track for that storm cell. As you can see, it's advancing forward there. Take a little bit of a track for that. Moving mainly southeast. So those in the line of this storm cell here. Arcadia at around 7:16. So less than 10 minutes to get ready for the heavy rainfall and the pea-sized hail that's possible associated with this storm and the potential for it to strengthen as it reaches your area. Jonesboro, 7:52. Quitman, 7:39. Chatham, 8:07. 8:29 for Luna. 8:45 for Riverton. 9 o'clock on the dot for Grayson. And 9:05 for Clark's there, just outside of our viewing area. Luna, the Riverton, and Grayson are all outside of our viewing area as well, but it wouldn't hurt to shout out those areas as well because they're in that cone. So yeah, that's for that area over there, or that storm cell that's just north of Bienville. Let's look at the Facebook chat to see if there's any other. So any hail fall out of this system that I'm showing here on the screen? Yes, and hail has fallen in the Shreveport-Bossier area. There's numerous reports about hail falling over there. Grand Cane, yes, I checked. I'm growing up to be a storm tracker. Aw, I really do appreciate that. It's a very fun job. It's a very fun job. It may seem stressful out there to some people, but it's very fun, especially when you're seeing things match up with radar and in real life. But don't want to get too many details there, but it's definitely a great profession to get into. What about Shreveport-Bossier? In the clear for the rest of today. In the clear for Shreveport-Bossier. For Ruston, more than likely going to see that area or that line or that storm cell, as you can see. Probably receiving the northern portions of that storm cell if I had to forecast for that area. By the time we hit around maybe the next 30 minutes to an hour, closer to after 7:30, I would say. After 7:30 is when that storm cell will be moving through the Ruston area. New updates from the National Weather Service. They're saying they're going to upgrade to a considerable severe warned storm for the cell near Bienville. So that's the storm that's on the screen as of right now. The storm that's on the screen as of right now is being upgraded to a considerable severe thunderstorm as of right now. They're going to update that storm there. They're seeing the hail sizes increase here as it's continuing to make its way southeastward across the region. So, Bryceland, Arcadia, Quitman, Chatham, Ruston, northern portions of Ruston, all getting your safe space as of right now. And it may just hit Bienville as well. The northern portions of Bienville may just sideswipe Bienville. So, Bienville, if you're listening out for me right now, Bryceland, definitely be in your tornado safe space or in your severe weather safe space as it's about to reach your area momentarily. Bienville, Quitman, Chatham, Simsboro, Arcadia. This storm may just grace along that I-20 corridor here with that hail core, as you can see, being those purple zones right there. Large hail is possible out of this system. It has a history of producing 3-inch diameter hail. Definitely want to be inside when this storm moves through your area. And it's moving mainly down to the south and east as of right now at around 40 miles per hour. New damage report that just came in. A tree was down across Highway 71 near MM1. Not sure what that acronym stands for, but I apologize for that. In Southern Miller County in Arkansas. Other sporadic downed trees were reported across the county as well. This was reported near Bradley, 14 miles west-southwest of Bradley in Miller County, Arkansas. So trees were down, and other areas are seeing sporadic downed trees across those areas in Bradley. So a lot of wind damage is ongoing here. Not much. I don't think we've received a report of tornado damage just yet. Okay, so the new from the National Weather Service chat, they're canceling the tornado watch for Bossier, Cattle Parish in northwest Louisiana, for southwestern Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Hempstead, Miller, and Nevada counties. And for northeastern Texas, Cass, Gregg, Harrison, Nacogdoches, Panola, Smith, Upshur, Cherokee, Marion, and Rusk counties. You guys are no longer under the tornado watch that lasts until 9 p.m. this evening here. Here's a look at the new updated tornado watch map. And some areas are the areas that are highlighted there on the screen are still dealing with storms or about to be getting the storms momentarily here. So they're going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning. This is for the Bienville area. So that's the storm that was that we were just talking about before, with nearly ping pong ball size hail as one of the threats and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts as one of the threats as well. We're going to zoom into that area while I talk about it real fast. I believe this is the most severe storm that is in the area as of right now. And okay, just getting the details on it. Just bear with me for 1 second. Tornado is possible. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:45 p.m. Central Time for northwestern Jackson, Lincoln, southwestern Union, northeastern Bienville, southern Claiborne, and southeastern Webster parishes. That's until 7:45 p.m. here for this area or this cell that is moving through northern Bienville parish right now, southeastern Webster, and I believe that's Claiborne parish if I'm not mistaken. Yes, northern or southern Claiborne parish. Arcadia, more than likely going to see these storms momentarily. You guys are about to see these storms within the next minute or two. Be in your safe space as of right now. With the thunderstorm, will it hit? Will it be in Shreveport and not the tornado watch, or are we clear all the way around? So for Shreveport, Bossier, you guys are clear all the way around for the rest of the day today. For the rest of the night, you guys are clear from severe weather. Now, what we have to worry about is the high winds throughout the night tonight. We're expecting a colder air mass to move in behind this front of storms. So watch out for gusty winds. It may even knock out some power for some areas around the ArkLaTex. It doesn't appear to be too much of a concern as compared to what these storms may bring, what they could knock out power. They have a higher chance of knocking out power as compared to higher winds, but it's definitely possible that some areas could lose power due to these winds that are expected through the overnight hours for tonight. Somebody says in the chat, I just want to tell everyone in the live, I'm growing up to be a storm chaser, a storm tracker and chaser. I'm 12 years old. My name is Contavious Lawrence. I appreciate that, and I appreciate if you saw this live and that sparked your influence here. I do want to tell you that you can be anything that you want to be in this life, and I encourage you to pursue whatever you want to be, whether that's storm chasing, storm tracking, or anything you want to do. Make sure to do it with confidence, and make sure to don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm in Ruston, right behind north of Ruston. Will it hit there or just miss this? For Ruston, is likely that it will hit your area because from how the trajectory is looking, it may just continue to make its way eastward along I-20, which is pretty alarming thing, because I know people are traveling along I-20, more than likely going to run into this storm heading east or westbound. Hopefully nobody's heading into the storm, and people are that may be heading towards the storm may, get to a gas station or something like that, and where they have like a bit of a roof over their heads, so they can avoid all the hail that is falling associated with this storm here. If you're driving out there on the roadways, please drive safely. And for Ruston, looking like you're going to receive parts of this storm within the next 30 minutes or so. You have 30 minutes, I would say closer to that 8 o'clock hour, for when that storm system or that storm cell will be hitting your area. Let's move it down along the line here. We've been talking a lot about that area that has been bringing some severe weather to that portion of the ArkLaTex. Let's check in on this area that has still been producing some large hail, according to the purple reflectivities that you see there on the screen. We're going to be looking at some hail tracks. Oh, we've seen some higher hail sizes there. We see orange circle there. Let's see how high that or how large that hail may have been falling. 2.7 inches. So it's getting close to tennis ball size once again for areas, or we're seeing potentially tennis ball size hail for areas in southern St. Augustine County. This is technically not in our DMA or not in our viewing area, not anything that would make us go on air for a tornado warning for, but it's still pretty interesting to see hail sizes getting that high here for portions within and just near the ArkLaTex. Hail sizes up to 2.7 inches just to the east of Broadus here, not too long ago. Turn that back to the radar picture. And the main reason for how I know this is hail falling in that storm right there, mainly because of the purple reflectivities that you see there on the screen. Purple reflectivities meaning that the radar is sending out signals out into the atmosphere, and when it encounters a raindrop or something that's solid in the sky, it sends it right back to it sends the information on how fast it's moving and how large that raindrop is back to the radar site. So that's how we can see higher reflectivities, denoting the bigger raindrops or the bigger solid objects that are falling from the sky. So purple reflectivities denote the very heavy rainfall, as you can see right there, according to the legend, or it can denote hail. In this case, it's definitely hail because of the hail tracks and matching it up with the hail tracks, and we've seen hail sizes reach up to around 2.7 inches in diameter. If there's any more questions you all have for me, please leave them down in the comments. Yes, you can ask a question, Mr. Contavious. Yes, if you guys have any more questions, please leave them down in the comments. I see somebody in the YouTube chat saying thank you for the live coverage. You're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. We're going to be on the stream here until these storms leave the ArkLaTex, or at least this severe threat has died down, and I believe that we're going to be on until the severe threat either has died down or these storms are exiting the ArkLaTex and there's not much for a threat for the ArkLaTex here. For Ringgold, let's look at Ringgold. For areas by Ringgold, you still have to have time to, prepare for when these storms will hit your area. It may not be too much time. Just looking along the line here for Ringgold. I know you guys are in Louisiana, I believe. Very small city. But as you can see, if you're looking in this vicinity here, you can see that the line of less severe storms are moving through portions of near Huxley and about to hit Coshada and Mount Pleasant, or Pleasant Hill, not Mount Pleasant, but Converse, about to hit Converse momentarily. This is one of the more severe storms that are just leaving the ArkLaTex at the very moment right now. And as we move up towards this line, up through this line, not much severe weather is ongoing. Well, there is severe weather. Obviously, they're under severe thunderstorm warnings, but these aren't one of the more severe storms. One of the higher, how would I say this? It's not one of the more severe storms that we are looking at. One of them is being by Bienville, and the other one is being in San Augustine County as of right now, moving into Sabine County. Okay. Just checking the chat to see if there's any more questions here, or any other chats from the National Weather Service. Okay, for Ringgold, let's look back at Ringgold. Found Ringgold. You guys are dealing with light to moderate rain showers as of right now, and maybe some dark clouds out there, but your severe threat is pretty much almost gone. You guys probably saw little to no severe weather all day today. These isolated showers are still in your area as of right now, and once those pass, you guys will be in the clear for the rest of today. Yes, you can definitely come to visit here at KSLA. For sure, for sure. Make sure to follow my page. I'm at c.j.cartledge. Make sure to follow my page and DM me, and I'll make sure that you can have a visit here to KSLA. For sure. Looks like you're just going to miss us for the most part. Depending on where you are, it may be true. Look at Toledo Bend. How's Natchitoches, Louisiana looking? Ashland by Castor and Coshada. We're just going to look mainly in Louisiana here. I'm just reading out the comments here, as you can see. But we are starting to see some heavier rainfall over by Converse and moving into the Converse area. Let's see if this has been this storm here has been producing some hail, and it actually has. may not be large hail like how we've been seeing in the storm by Bienville and the storm by St. Augustine County, but it has been producing some hail here, up to around quarter size, maybe just a little bit larger than that, in the darker blue colors that you see there on the screen. So yes, it's producing some quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as of right now near Converse, Pleasant Hill, about to receive those storms momentarily here. And Natchitoches. Somebody asked about Natchitoches here. More than likely going to see these storms. I'm gonna do a little bit of a track here for this line of storms that's actually moving to the south and east. I'm gonna do a track for this part. Move it all the way out here. So Natchitoches around 8:25, so around an hour to prepare for these storms as they roll into your portions of the area. Provençal around 8:23. I'll move myself off of the screen here so you guys can see the full picture here. Winfield around 8:50. Hargis 8:55. Colfax 9:21. Coshada 7:37. So within the next 10 to 15 minutes, Coshada may be able to see some of these storms move into those areas over there. All right, that was by an accident, so we're gonna take that off and take this off and just redo everything so I can read everything all over again. Mainly moving east here. So, Coshada 737, 743 for Zawali. I'll move this over to the side. That's what I meant to do before. Manny around 8:02, Natchitoches 8:23, Natchez around 8:36, Winfield 8:48, 8:58 for Lofton, and Colfax around 9:20, excuse me. It just stopped raining in Logansport and hailing in Logansport. Thank you so much for the report. You guys are, once you're done with all this rain and hail, you're pretty much in the severe clear for the rest of today. But for those in the southeastern portions within the ArkLaTex, not in the clear just yet. What about Campty, Louisiana? Campty's right by, and I believe that's in Natchitoches Parish. More than likely going to see these storms within the next hour or so. What is your Facebook page or Instagram name? I'm going to type it in the comments for you, just so you can follow, or anybody else would like to follow. This is my Instagram. It's also tagged in the caption above. I just put it down there in the comments for you. Make sure to send a DM. If you'd like to visit, I'll make sure we can do that as soon as possible, or whenever you're free. Is it done passing through Cotton Valley, Webster Parish? Yes. From what it looks like, it is done moving through Webster Parish for the most part, I think. Yes. Yes. So Webster Parish is still technically under severe thunderstorm warning, mainly because of some small parts of that small rain shower still in parts of the Webster Parish area. But so Webster Parish, if you're behind the storm, so you're in the severe weather clear for the rest of today. As of the latest radar scans, you're no longer under any types of rain showers. Maybe a couple isolated showers up here behind the front, but none of these are severe. Just light to moderate rainfall at the very moment. So Webster Parish is in the clear for the rest of today. If you're north and west of this line, you guys are in the severe clear for the rest of today. I'm going to move that off the screen here. Actually, okay, move that out the screen there. Somebody asks about the Castor area. Ruston. Do you see rotation within the Ruston, Louisiana storm? What about Bienville Parish? Let's take a look into this Bienville Parish storm here. So, it's moving literally along I-20 at the very moment. So the storm motion is mainly moving north while the whole line is moving south. So that's why it's mainly moving. It look like it's moving straight east here. So it's moving along the I-20 corridor at the very moment here. Now, in terms of rotation, we are seeing a little bit of some rotation starting to form over by Simsboro, just to the south of Simsboro. And I believe I can get a better picture here on this on my radar scope app here. Seems to be some gusty winds being detected just to the east of the Ruston area here. Something looks to be trying to spin up there near Simsboro. So the area of rotation that I'm looking out for is right around there. Is where we have some gusty winds just to the south and west of that area of rotation here. The lighter red colors there is denoting the higher winds from the higher wind gusts, and winds are higher wind gusts that are blowing away from the radar. Radar site is over here in this direction. So winds are blowing away from the radar in the red color, winds are blowing towards the radar in the green color. So that is what's causing a little bit of some rotation right around there in southern Bienville Parish here. We're going to take a little bit of a track to just show you all. I believe there's not a tornado warning just yet. There may be one that would be issued. There potentially is one that would be issued, but I believe the National Weather Service is looking out for that same area of rotation as well. But thank you for pointing my attention to that direction, whoever said that comment there. So this area of rotation is just to the south of Simsboro, moving south of literally south of I-20 and south of Grambling as well. It's moving mainly east and heading towards just past Highway 507, LA or Louisiana Highway 507. Once again, we're watching this area of rotation that is literally moving along the far southern edge, moving eastward along the far southern edge of Bienville Parish. It's moving closer towards Highway 167 as well. And it has been producing some hail also. I believe the greatest hail size that we've seen here is close to 2 inches, I believe, around maybe 1.8 inches, so close to 2 inches there being detected. But there is an area of rotation that we are going to continue to watch for very closely. This is weak rotation at the very moment here, but we are starting to see some stronger wind gusts with wind blowing away from the radar in the red color there. So that could potentially spark up a weak rotation and potentially a stronger rotation here. So we're going to watch that very, very closely here. And if it continues on its path, we will do a little bit of a track on it. Let's do a little bit of a track. Moving straight eastward. So for Woodville, you guys are literally in the path of where this area of rotation is heading. 7:39. So within the next less than 10 minutes from now, get in your safe space. As of right now, we have an area of rotation that is being the radar indicated rotation. There's no tornadoes on the ground right now. But we are seeing some radar indicated rotation just to the east of Woodville. Or west of Woodville, and just to the south of Simsboro. Move this over a little bit to the left for you guys so you can all see it, everything. True Drant around 7:56, 7:46 for Ruston. Arrows for 8:04, more than likely going to be in your area or just to the adjacent of your area. Arrows is at the bottom half of that area of rotation, but it could move mainly east or mainly south here. So it may move just south of Ruston, but it will be adjacent to Ruston, possibly just south of Ruston at around 7:46. Forksville at the very edge of the very edge of the cone there appears to be around 8:12 p.m. Why is Bossier City in another tornado watch if the severe storm supposed to leave late evening? So Bossier City is not under a tornado watch anymore, I believe. I believe they just got excluded from the tornado watch. The tornado watch still remains in effect for areas near Webster Parish. As of right now, Webster Parish is about to be eliminated from that tornado watch pretty soon here, mainly because the storms have already passed those areas. But the National Weather Service has also to watch these storms and not keep updating the tornado watch every second of the day. So I understand. Bossier Parish or Bossier City is no longer under the tornado watch as of right now, just to be clear and concise. We got some strong winds and a little thunder. It didn't last long. Hope it's smooth sailing for all. Thank you so much for that report. Thank you so much for that report. We got some strong winds and a little thunder for where you're located. There's still some heavy rainfall ongoing for many areas within the ArkLaTex at the very moment. As you can see, that line is pretty much connecting severe thunderstorms all the way into portions outside, well outside of our area, all the way into portions of Kentucky, ranging from Kentucky, connecting severe thunderstorm warnings all the way into portions of Louisiana and areas just outside of the area as well in southeastern Texas. Let's check in on this storm down here, and as moving outside of the our viewing area, to say the least. So we're losing a little bit of that purplish zone. So we're losing a little bit of that hail core that was detected not too long ago, just to the west of Pineville, as you can see, near between Broadus and Pineville. But as you can see, not much purples have been associated with that storm so far. So we're losing that hail core that it once had before. Let's see if there's any types of rotation to be watching out for. And as of right now, not much that's really jumping out at the very moment. Now, in terms of hail, we've seen lower hail sizes or smaller hail sizes out there. Okay. See you later. All right. So we are seeing some smaller hail sizes out there near Pineland and just to the north of Browndale. And that's the update on that storm. It's still severe as of right now, still under severe thunderstorm warning at the very moment, mainly due to the threats for strong winds and potential for quarter-size hail. But hail sizes aren't as high as what they have been before as of right now. Let's go back up to the Bienville's, or near the Bienville storm. The Bienville actually is going to be right in the center of Bienville Parish, obviously. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. They may see another severe thunderstorm before they're going to be done for the day. A couple isolated to scattered showers along that line is being moving through Bienville at the very moment here, but we could see another severe storm run through those areas or that area within the next 10 to 20 minutes, and then you should be in the clear from severe weather. But for Ruston, about to move into your area right about now, possibly dealing with the rainfall right about now, and that hail core, areas where they're seeing the largest hail at the very moment, is in the southern half of this storm. So just south of Simsboro. Let's check on the latest update on the rotation here. Okay, still seems to be some gusty winds, not much tightening up at the very moment here. From what we have been watching before, it's actually moving south and east here, just south of the Bienville Parish line there and into, this is, I think, Jackson Parish. Yes, because that's Wynn Parish. Yes, this is Jackson Parish here. Moving into the Jackson Parish, which is technically outside of our viewing area. So if a tornado warning goes off, we will not be hopping on for this tornado warning. If it pops off, by the way, y'all. But yes, it's moving more and more into Jackson Parish at the very moment and approaching Highway 167. This has been some weak rotation being detected as it moved right along that Bienville Parish and I believe, let's check the parish name there, Lincoln Parish line. Bienville Parish and Lincoln Parish line just moved south of Lincoln Parish into Jackson Parish not too long ago. Any rotation near Ashland? Okay, Ashland. From what it looks like, no rotation is being detected in that area over there. There's not much rain showers over there, but you guys could still see a couple of isolated to scattered rain showers before you're all said and done for the night. As of right now, it doesn't look like it doesn't appear to be any rain showers in your immediate area, maybe in the far northern and western portions of the area, but where it says Ashland is not much really going on at the moment here. But you can expect some a couple of moments of some moderate to heavy rainfall, but that's going to be pretty much it for Ashland. Is a severe threat for Bossier City over for the rest of the night? Yes. Yes, it is over for the rest of the night. Just got extremely dark on the Louisiana side of Toledo Bend. Toledo Bend. More than likely about to see these storms as of right now. I'm just checking the chat to see if there's any checking the National Weather Service chat at the very moment here. There doesn't seem to be any new updates as of right now. Oh, there has been a report of hail falling in Union, Arkansas. This was reported. This was reported at around 6:35, so around an hour ago. Ping pong ball size hail, or ping pong ball to golf ball size hail, fell in Parker's Chapel community. This is in Union County, Arkansas. Yes, this is in Union County, Arkansas. So there's confirmed reports of ping pong ball to golf ball size hail falling in Parker's Chapel community in Union County, Arkansas, right next to, right within the town of El Dorado, 5 miles southwest of El Dorado. Okay. So yeah, these storms are still trekking through the ArkLaTex as of right now, still promoting some severe thunderstorm warnings at the very moment. Let's check in on Martin, Louisiana, which is, I believe, is just north and west of Coshada. Oh, might be in the wrong place. Campty right there, about to see these storms momentarily. Campty, get in your safe space. More than likely going to see like be side swiped by these storms. Maybe some uh moderate to heavy rainfall at times, but not expected to get the core system of or core of those storms that are severe at the very moment. But Natchitoches may see these storms in the area within the next 30 to 45 minutes, I would say. Lots of hail reports in Simsboro, mainly small coin size hail. So smaller coins like dime size, quarter size near Simsboro. Simsboro is right along I-20 from what we showed before in Lincoln Parish. And we're watching that storm continue to make its way outside of our viewing area. Okay. Winds getting bad in Ruston. Yes, Ruston about to receive these storms momentarily. Yes, Ruston's about to get some heavy rainfall and some portions. I believe that area of rotation is in the southern half of that storm right there. Okay, so that area of rotation that was tightening up a little bit ago, around 20 minutes ago, close to 20 minutes ago, around 13, 14, or 15 minutes ago. As it moved into Jackson Parish, that area of rotation has pretty much fizzled out, broadened out. So not much area of rotation associated with that storm cell over in Lincoln Parish at the moment. And hail sizes have gotten up to around small coin size. So I would say just below quarter size. So quarter size is the biggest type of coin. Small coins denote the like nickel size, penny size, dime size hail. So just less than an inch is what they're trying to say. Let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm warnings around the area at the very moment. Bienville, Jackson, Lincoln, and Ouachita parishes are under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30 p.m. Let's zoom into this one right here if we can do so, please, Mr. System. Bienville Parish will be under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:45 p.m., so for the next 3 minutes or so, mainly due to this storm right within that line that's actually moving into Bienville as of right now. Once you're done with this storm, Bienville, you're in the clear for the rest of the day. They may go ahead and reissue another severe thunderstorm warning potentially if it continues to hold its severity levels. So for this severe thunderstorm warning, DeSoto, Natchitoches, Red River, Sabine, and Shelby. Sabine County and parishes, Shelby County, DeSoto Parish, Natchitoches Parish, and Red River Parish, all under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15 p.m. this evening here. So that goes all the way into the edges of the ArkLaTex. Another thunderstorm wind damage report, or another couple thunderstorm wind damage reports. Trees and power lines down throughout the city of Hope in Arkansas, and then Hempstead, Arkansas, and also trees and power lines down in the vicinity of the town of McCaskill and McCaskill, Hempstead, Arkansas, Hempstead County, Arkansas as well. I may stay on here for a couple more minutes or so before I hop off and get ready for the 10 p.m. show that is going on later tonight. And these storms should be pretty much outside of the ArkLaTex as we move towards the 9 o'clock hour. They have been racing across the region as throughout the daytime hours today, at least through the afternoon here. Let's take a look at the time lapse throughout the past 6 hours. Let's go past through this past 6 hours. Let's go through the past 5 hours because it started to move through the ArkLaTex 5 hours ago. As you can see, it has been making its way swiftly across the ArkLaTex not so long ago. That Bienville severe thunderstorm warning has just been canceled, by the way. It just got taken off the screen. As you can see, some strong to severe storms have been making their way through the ArkLaTex in a very quick manner here. Usually we'll see storms that will be much thicker than this line here and have some rain showers behind it. And it will be taking pretty much all day long to move through the ArkLaTex. But we saw a very thin line of showers and storms, and that's mainly because of the colder air mass that's making its way through the ArkLaTex at the very moment here. And it's almost out of the region. It's almost out of the region. It got started around 2:30 this afternoon. Here we are at 7:45. It's in the, in the far southwestern portions of the ArkLaTex at the very moment. Here's a look at temperatures right now and show you guys how cool areas have gotten across the area. Near Idabel and DeQueen, 50 to 55 degrees. Mount Pleasant, 57 degrees. 57 also for Magnolia. 61 by Texarkana. Around 61 for Shreveport as well. Still in the 70s by Florine and Natchitoches. 77 by Bienville as of right now. And this cold front still has a little bit of some ways to go before we can say everybody is in a severe weather clear for the rest of the night tonight. Let's take a look at some sustained winds, and then we'll take a look at wind gusts. As you can see, most of the winds are coming out of the north and west, mainly because of that colder air mass settling into the ArkLaTex. We're seeing sustained winds at around 28 miles per hour near Mount Pleasant, 20 by Texarkana, 18 by Shreveport, 17 by Minden, 22 by Idabel in the far northwestern portions within the ArkLaTex. And we're seeing some little bit of some lower winds over by areas that haven't received these storms just yet. Wind gusts, I can tell that they have gotten a little bit higher here. 40 mile per hour wind gusts near Mount Pleasant, 36 by Shreveport, 32 for Texarkana, 29 for DeQueen, 37 by Idabel, and 20s, lower 20s for Mansfield, Carthage, and Nacogdoches over in East Texas. What's happening with Shreveport? I missed it. Shreveport is now in the severe weather clear. They saw a little bit of some rain showers in northern half of the ArkLaTex, or not northern half. I don't know why I keep saying ArkLaTex. Northern half of the Shreveport-Bossier area got hit by a storm that had history producing tennis ball size hail, and they most likely saw some rainfall and some hail sizes up to around a quarter in diameter, so around an inch in diameter. So we saw some quarter-size hail and heavy rainfall, as well as some gusty winds for sure move through the Shreveport-Bossier area at around 6 o'clock here, around an hour ago, I would say. And now they're in the severe weather clear. Pea-sized hail and heavy winds and rain in Converse. So thank you so much for the report. And bad wind in Coshada. Thank you so much for the report as well. Yes, you're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. See the YouTube chat. How is Mansfield, Louisiana looking? Mansfield, I believe you guys are on the other half of this thin line of storms here. If not, still dealing with a couple of storms out there. Yep, Mansfield, you guys are in the clear from severe weather through the rest of today over there in the YouTube chat. Okay, so we're watching this storm out here that has been producing some areas of rotation over by Broadus, moving through Nacogdoches and St. Augustine counties, moving into Sabine counties. That severe thunderstorm is now weakening. It's now weakening in its core, and it's starting to collapse a little bit here. It's not collapsing entirely, of course, but it's moving out of the ArkLaTex, and it is not promoting. It's not bringing the severity it once had. We may be seeing a little bit of some intensification in the storm that's moving past Pleasant Hill at the very moment, though. In terms of hail sizes, gotten up to an inch, maybe an inch and a half at the most. Hail is falling right now as of right now in Pleasant Hill, and also some heavy rainfall associated with that storm. And that storm that just moved past Bienville looks like it's falling apart a little bit, or more storms are starting to form out there ahead of right along that line, moving into Jonesboro. So most areas near Jonesboro, Quitman about to receive this storm here. Doesn't seem to be much areas of rotation at the very moment here, as you can see. But it's making its way down to the southeastern portions within, or it's making its way outside of the ArkLaTex, technically. Technically, it's already outside of the ArkLaTex in Lincoln Parish and Jackson Parish as well. But we're still going to watch it. So for areas that are dealing with storms that are technically within the ArkLaTex, this is the only storm that we are watching here that may go under another severe thunderstorm warning momentarily as it moves towards the very edge of that polygon that is drawn there on the screen. This warning lasts until 8:15 p.m. So we're going to be watching these storms very, very closely as we move through the rest of when these systems the storms will roll through the ArkLaTex. Here in town, wind not really too strong, but thundering lights blinked one time. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much for the report. Lots of lightning in Natchitoches. Thank you for the report as well. If you're driving through this right now, please, please, please stay safely. Please stay safely. Or not safe. Please drive safely. Please drive safely. Please drive slowly out there on the roadways as well if you're trying to get to wherever you need to be. Somebody asked for Martin in Louisiana. For Martin, I just looked it up, and it's just to the northwest of Coshada, northeast of Coshada, right there. Dealing with some light rain as of right now, but you're pretty much in the severe weather clear. Most of the severe storms are just south of your area, so not much really to worry about outside of just the rain showers for the next 5 minutes or so. But yes, areas by Pleasant Hill, Natchitoches. I'm gonna do another track just to the edge of the ArkLaTex once again for those towns that may not be able to be seen here. Move it mainly east. Okay. For Campty, 756, 809 for Natchitoches, 819 for Natchez, 834 for Montgomery, 850 for Moore in Louisiana, the town of Moore, 908 for Colfax, and 917 for Dry Prong. Those are the towns that are in the way of these storms here as they move through the rest of the ArkLaTex region. And I can expect these storms to be finally out of the ArkLaTex within the next hour. So by 9 o'clock, we should be finally in the severe weather clear. See if there's any other things from the chat. Let us know when Coshada's in the clear. Thank you. Will do. Okay, let's take this off of the screen. Coshada's currently dealing with, I believe they just got done with some moderate rain showers as of right now. Southern portions of Coshada may be dealing with the heavy rainfall at the very moment, but you guys are almost in the clear. You all are almost in the clear. Almost in the clear for Coshada. Somebody says, wind has let up, little rain. Thank you so much for the report there. All right, so I'm gonna be hopping off of this stream here. I'm gonna do one more track just so you all that are near this storm, near Martin and by Converse, just to the east of Converse right there, about to hit Natchitoches momentarily here. It's moving mainly to the east and southeast here, east southeast I would say, at around, I would say 30 to 40 miles per hour. Natchitoches around 8:07, so around 10 minutes to get ready for this storm right here. Natchez around 20 minutes from now, just over 20 minutes. or just less than, yeah, just over 20 minutes there. Montgomery 832, Winfield 847, Colfax 912, Ola around 927, and 941 for Jenna, and Harrisonburg around 1010 later on tonight. So that's the last track that I will do here associated with these storms that will be rolling through the remaining portions within the ArkLaTex here. Thank you all so much for tuning into this stream. We're going to be watching this. I'm going to be watching this behind the scenes and also try to get ready for the 10 p.m. show later on tonight here on KSLA News 12. Make sure to join into the newscast or onto the KSLA News 12 live stream on our website. Just say you can stay weather aware and ahead of what's coming here as we start off the new work week, which is much colder air as compared to what we have been seeing throughout the past couple of days. Temperatures are expected to plummet into the 30s and 20s by early tomorrow morning here. I'm going to give you guys a look at what we can expect by early tomorrow morning here. We are expecting temperatures to drop well into the 30s for some areas, even the 20s out there. 29 for Idabel, 28 for DeQueen, 34 by Texarkana, 37 for Shreveport, and temperatures as high as only 37 degrees by Natchitoches and Shreveport-Bossier as well. But it gets even cooler than that as we move into early on Tuesday morning. 23 potentially by DeQueen, 26 by Idabel, 29 for Texarkana, 32 on the dot for Shreveport, and that looks to be the warmest temperature across the ArkLaTex throughout our Tuesday morning. Not Tuesday night, but Tuesday morning. Waking up on your Tuesday morning, going through Monday night here. That's when the colder air mass finally looks to finally set into the ArkLaTex here, and the winds will start to die down by early Monday evening here. So it's going to be windy throughout the daytime hours tomorrow, which is why the wind advisory lasts until 7 p.m. on our Monday, as you can see there. Not much of a wind advisory is in effect for those in areas around I-30 and northward, though, as what they have been excluded from that advisory as of the latest update. But there's a freeze warning in effect for those in the purple shaded counties and parishes here. Freeze warning that starts at 12 a.m. tonight, lasts until 9 a.m. on our Monday morning here. That's mainly due to those temperatures dropping into the lower 30s and upper 20s in those areas up there. So that's what we have ahead for us. Now, in terms of the rest of the work week, in terms of highs for tomorrow, just give you guys a quick gist of what we can expect here through the work week. Highs will be only rising into the 40s and 50s on Monday, but we could see the upper 80s and some even the lower 90s for the first time this year for the ArkLaTex here. By the time we enter the upcoming weekend, or at least go into Friday, we could see some higher temperatures potentially on Friday, and even higher temperatures potentially on our Saturday as well. But we are expecting a dry and calm work week, and temperatures that will be starting out cold or starting out cool, winter-like here around the ArkLaTex, but we'll be ending with spring-like and for some even summer-like temperatures here around the ArkLaTex by the time we enter the upcoming weekend here. So thank you once again for tuning into this live stream. I'm going to hop off and continue to watch the radar right behind the scenes here, and we'll continue to update you all on the on Facebook and on the KSLA News 12 app here. I'm about to do those videos very shortly. Make sure to stay weather aware throughout the rest of today, especially if you are in Natchitoches Parish. You guys are going to receive these storms momentarily, more than likely going to bring the quarter-size hail, heavy rainfall, and the gusty winds to your area. So get in your safe space. As of right now, whether you are going to Northwestern State, or if you go to Northwestern State or live in the town of Natchitoches, make sure to have a safe place and just in case you start to see some severe weather. And as you can see, there is a severe warned storm heading towards your area here. I'm going to check the National Weather Service chat to see if they're going to continue this severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so it looks like they're going to continue it. That lasts until 8:15, like what I had mentioned before. But once again, make sure to stay weather aware. We're going to hop off and watch the radar behind the scenes, and I'll have more updates as we continue to watch the system roll through the ArkLaTex. So thank you once again for tuning in, and make sure to stay weather aware and have a great night. If I don't see you again, if you do see me again, it'll be on KSLA News 12 at 10 p.m.